Evening in Frisco, Texas for the USYS Soccer National Championship game. I'm Josh Toll, and you are about to watch two young teams go out, two 13 and under boys teams. First, we got St. Louis Scott Gallagher, second pre-academy, taking on Heat FC out of Las Vegas. Head coach Assad Marina. Meanwhile, Kevin Thibodeau is the coach for St. Louis. Heat in the blue jerseys, orange numbers. St. Louis in yellow tops, sky blue shorts, and they had a fun time getting this one. You look at what he did coming in this one, 4-0, in play, getting wins against TSC Hurricane, St. Louis Scott Gallagher, as well as Real JFC. So these two teams have gone at one another once before as they look to get here in this finals. Meanwhile, St. Louis Scott Gallagher, they beat Real JFC 4-1, lost to Heat FC 2-0, and then won 3-1 versus TSC Hurricane. They're state champs and regional champs, as was Heat FC. As we are about to get underway for this championship matchup, an exciting time for these two teams. Family, fans, friends, all tuning in, watching, seeing what's going to come of it. You look at what these teams have done this year. I mean, for Heat FC, just first year really playing together, only had 4 boys that were on the original team, as it has kind of switched and added new players, brought other players in. Meanwhile, for St. Louis, they've been together since they were 8 years old, so together much longer, know each other and how they like to play, as we are on the move. Macatini in goal. For the Heat, and Reeves in goal for St. Louis Scott Gallagher, as that is kicked away. Try to turn and run with it. And St. Louis, and a trip from behind. Playing on, got the ball first. It's a bright one out here, no clouds in the sky. As that rolls out of play. Throwing in will be Hool. Gets it over to Romero Jakubek, but he loses possession. Now throwing, coming for the Heat. Heel inbounds it. Slide tackle. Ball taken away. Heel try and go up the touchline. Last touch there by St. Louis. Throw in. Played back. Now up the touchline. Off the body. Battling for it is Wagner. Wagner not able to win possession. Picking up his Leininger. That's going to roll out on the far side for a throw-in. This time going to St. Louis. St. Louis ideally would like to possess the ball about 80% of the time. And if they're able to do that, it's going to be a very difficult day for Heat. Very excited to be here, as all the kids are. As it rolls over to the near side. Moving forward. Right off the leg. Trying to chase it down is Stolars. That's going to be played out. And we will have our first goal kick. Macatini puts it at that 6-yard box. Looks to clear it out. The wind blowing right to left here today in Frisco, Texas at Toyota Soccer Center, just outside Toyota Stadium, where right now FC Dallas is playing Vancouver. So Vancouver and Dallas going at it. That's going to go over the head, flick backwards. Comes down. Turning and trying to run. But taken away by St. Louis. Nice play there by Hool. Able to kick it, then taken away by Stolars. On the left side. Coming back. Moving on the back row, trying to move it up. Very active there. And stealing that was Michael Vila. Cool. Defending. Working on the far side is Rolando. Rolando knocks off Hool. Comes back. On the toe of Lewis. Lewis turning. Gets it to Stolars. Stolars going inside. Stolen away by Heat. Trying to clear it is Evan Hill. Excuse me, is Anderson. As that one goes out of play. Throwing going to Anderson. Ball up, that's going to go over everyone's head. Played on the side is St. Louis. Clearing it down. On sides. No one back there. Kicking back is Riley. Gives it back to Macatini. As he's going to roll out a play. Throw in awarded to FC Heat. Anderson looking for a player. Headed away, now headed back. Good job there by Vila. Chasing after it is Laszlo. Taken by Wagner. Just out of the reach of Wagner, but he's going to chase it down, and now he sends it down the touchline. This has pushed out a play by Heat FC's Gavin Miller. Ball is popped up. Chested down, good first touch there. Taken by Lee. Lee zigging, can't zag as it is poked away. Brought in just outside the box to Miller. Miller loses possession. Pushed up by Hill, now stolen away. Touching is Joaquin. Joaquin on the end line. Pushed up high into the air. Has to go near midfield. On top of that is Wagner. Wagner tries space. He finds some. Gets to Joaquin, but that's going to roll out for a throw-in. Again, FC Heat in this 13-year-old division was 3-0 in the tournament, 9 points. They had 6 goals for, just allowed 2. Kids are dedicated and hardworking. This has turned into a year-long sport this year. Usually they have June through August off, but because of regionals, it went all the way through June. And then obviously with nationals advancing, they're going to play through July. So they'll get a 1-month break, and then they'll be right at it. As that works its way towards Joaquin. Joaquin dispossessed on the ball. Doing a good job on that was Colin Anderson, but then he loses it out behind the goal line. First corner opportunity for either team here in this championship matchup. 96 teams in total were here for this championship in Frisco, Texas. These two, one of the lucky 96 to make it. Boot, and that headed down, and Macatini makes a save. It's loose in the box. Good diving stop there, Macatini. Able to lay out, went horizontal for that one. Just able to punch it away. That was an excellent, excellent athletic play by the young goaltender. Smilovic to take the corner. The middle of the box, headed again, and that's going to be kicked out. Able to clear it, but it clears it off his own man. And Smilovic gets the ball in return. Stepping in front was Vila. Vila leads his team in goals for Heat FC. Had 4 goals. Got 1 in both the first and second game, and then he got 2 in that final game against Real JFC. Ayala trying to move the ball forward to Anderson. Unable to do anything with it. That goes right off the noggin of Hardy. Off the chest, good play. Bringing it down is Leininger. Leininger on the far side at the touchline, trying to keep it on that line. And it's going to be poked out of play. Ball to the Heat FC. Throwing on the way. Romero Jakubik comes all the way to Anderson. Anderson out of the back row. Trying to move up the right wing. Not able to find any space. Kicks it into the corner. Chasing after is Laszlo. Laszlo unable to hold on. Comes near side. Quick pass to Ayala. St. Louis patiently waits. Lewis passes it back to that back line. Now moves all the way across to Taylor. Taylor can't get that one in. Both these teams doing an excellent job using their back row for help. That's going to be played to the far corner. Try and get there first is Ryan Riley. Riley does as he turns around. Sends a long ball down the sideline, up in the air. Played over to Stolars. Stolars, left foot, just sends it into the box. Macatini just easily comes out, catches the ball, and releases it back the other direction towards midfield. Good battle there for the ball between Smelovic and Romero Jakubik. Turning is Taylor. On it, Lewis. Stolen away by Ayala. Ayala loses control. Joaquin. Trying to get by Anderson. Joaquin battling for position. Anderson traps the ball, takes it away. Good defensive play there. Play back. Now up. Vila gets it on his boot with speed through the middle. Sends it towards the left wing for a chance, opportunity, a slide tackle. Ball's going to be loose, and coming out to get it will be Reeves. Reeves touching the ball for the first time in this championship matchup between St. Louis and Heat FC. St. Louis in the yellow and blue shorts, Heat FC in blue. Play near side. Joaquin in the middle. Lewis trying to get some help, loses control. Anderson. Ball played over the head towards midfield. Stolars trying to send it to the right. Hool goes back, grabs the ball, sent it to the keeper for a little bit of help. Macatini to midfield. Hool battling there with Rolando. As that ball is going to go out, we'll see what we have. Goal kick coming. Look at what St. Louis was able to do. 2-1. Their one loss coming to Heat FC. Meanwhile, Heat FC 3-0, getting the entire 9 points. As they battle for the USYS Soccer Cup, one of these teams will be able to raise it over their heads here in Frisco, Texas, and stay that they are national champions. We are scored at 0-0. Centering pass. We're going to have a handball. Kick will go to Heat FC. Good boot by Riley, but it's just sent back the other direction by Wagner. Hool turns to the left, picked by Rolando, but Rolando kicks it out of bounds. Hool to throw in. Try and turn is Laszlo, and that goes out. Another throw in for Hool. Riley with a header. Just heads it onto the other field. So we have a substitution coming on. Be the first one for Heat. On the field will come Ryder Cook. And off will go Andrew Laszlo. And one of the great things about today is with FC Dallas playing at home, you kind of get a feel of what happens at a Major League Soccer game with all the fans walking around, people checking out the different fields, just kind of seeing what's going on here, and even some staying around before the game to watch some of the early ones at 7 before they headed into the stadium. Lewis, to the left fullback. Joaquin, good 1-2 pass. Joaquin trying to get by Anderson. Anderson looking to prevent him from getting near the box. Straight pass, let gone through. Good job by Stolarz lifting his leg on that. Kick, we have a collision. Shot, and that's going to be up, and that's going to go over the crossbar. As rolling around, getting kicked on the shot was a Heat player. I think it's one of those ones where he's got a good stinger there, took a leg to his leg on that shot attempt. He was able to block it. One of those ones where just a good Charlie horse right now. I think it's more of a surprise than anything. Holding just above where that shin guard goes and his calf. But also what was unique about this week was in the CONCACAF Gold Cup final, Jordan Morris scored the game winner. Jordan Morris actually played in the 2012 National Championships. That was 5 years ago. Maybe one day one of these kids will be at that level on the U.S. men's national team. Is walking off under his own power. Is Ryan Leininger. Leininger looks to be okay. I'm sure he'll be back in at some point. Probably just run around here and make sure he can go, as he will go have to wait at midfield, right by the officials' table before he's allowed to go back in. Ball headed up in the air, now forward. Looking to move up is Lewis. Stolarz, not able to get around the defense. Ball pops over to Joaquin. Played in the box, going after it is Stolarz. Stolarz at the goal line, headed up and out, but that rolled past the goal line. Goal kick coming. Good job by Stolarz just getting in after. That was a good chance, as we will have another substitution, this time for St. Louis. On will be Ryan Harvington. Off goes Liam Joaquin. Macatini to kick. Played right down on his boot by Beavers. Vila in pursuit, not able to get the ball away. With it is Lewis. Stolarz trying to get around the defense. We'll have a whistle, change of possession, as Anderson will have the kick. We have another substitution going off for St. Louis. Will be Owen Hardy. That ball is kicked. Coming on for Hardy was Nicholas Taylor. Riley trying to send it down that touch line. Bouncing around just past midfield. Lewis Retrieves, stops just outside the circle. Goes far side. Back into Lewis. Still no score here, 0-0. There's one good chance that Macatini was able to block as he dove for the ball on the right side of the net. Able to make a big save. That's really been our only real shot of the game. We remain tied 0-0. Played over to DJ Kiernan. Kiernan trying to play that one forward, not able to get it to anyone as it's taken away by St. Louis. Macatini is going to come out and just pick this one up. No threat of damage there. And Macatini kicks it. Playing is Romero Jakubik. Hool on that left side. Gets to DJ Kiernan. Over to Ayala. Plays it forward. Good toe grab there. Anderson on the sideline. Played backwards to Lewis. And Macatini just picks that one up. Ball up, deep, over the head. Now headed back as we have a collision. Ball given to St. Louis. Lewis looking for a man to pass to. Comes over to the left back, Lee. Lee cuts inside. Played forward. Trying to get a through ball in, unable to. Lee, taken by Anderson. That's last touch by Anderson. Throw in for St. Louis. Stolars, who had a goal in game one, will throw it in. Sent down in the corner. Trying to get there is Harvington. Harvington is going to go out. Last touch by a Harvington of St. Louis. Throwing coming in for Colin Anderson. Heat FC hails from Las Vegas. Meanwhile, St. Louis out of Missouri. Ball in the middle, taken away. Good defensive stop there. Vila put on his shoes. Just nice little poke up as he stumbles forward. Making a run on that was Romero Jakubik. Anderson is going to go all the way across the field. Awaiting is Riley. Down that sideline, flipped ahead. And St. Louis gets it and clears it all the way back. And that will roll out of play for a throw-in as Riley gives chase to the ball. Throw-in for Huel. Looking for someone to toss it into. Comes back to Riley. Using that back line as a safety valve. Friendly. Putting on his boot is Riley. Sent down the far side, trying to get there, but not able to, is Leininger. Ball works around the middle. Stepping back on his Ayala. Sent in. Riley not able to get it in the box. Now played into the corner. Vila trying to gain position as that rolls out for the throw-in Vila with some fast play. Sent in by Anderson, over, but not in control. Comes to Riley. Riley trying to send that one to the far corner, just didn't get a good touch on it as it rolls past the goal line for a goal kick. If you look at St. Louis, the last time they were in the national championships was back in 2004. So it's been a long time for a St. Louis team since they've been, 13 years. In fact, that was the year these kids were born, the last time a team was there from St. Louis. Coming on for St. Louis will be Owen Hardy. Off will be Anthony Rolando. Hardy has 3 goals in this tournament. 1 goal back in the first, and then 2 in the second. He leads St. Louis in goals. Vila on the opposite team for Heat FC leads them in goals with 4. Ball chested by Anderson. Trying to move it up is Stolars. Looking for some help in the back. Goes to Lee. Played to Wagner. Trying to get over the head. Now in pursuit is Stolars. Stolars on the left wing, has plenty of room, can go into the box. He does. Tries to center it back. It comes to foot and a shot, and that's going to be stopped by Macatini. Good job getting down on that as Owen Hardy let that one rip, try and get a goal right coming right on the field. Cool. Played up and once again taken away by the St. Louis defense, doing a good job of just stepping in the lanes that this Heat FC team is trying to pass it to one another. Just not able to really get anything going consistently in the offensive zone. This defense for St. Louis has been solid here in this first half. Play to the side, has to be poked and stays on the boot. Riley chasing it down. Sliding, trying to get to that one was Taylor, unable to take it from Riley. Played up to Stolars. Stolars thought about taking a shot there. Trying to battle for position. Center pass. One move. Shot on the way. Macatini with a great save. Great save there by Macatini on Smelovic. Not able to sneak that one by. You got to hand it to Macatini. Taking away that post. And it looked like he was going to try to go near side. And unable to get it by it. Smelovic was a great chance there. 2 excellent chances now for the St. Louis team, just not able to get it by the goaltender, Xavier Macatini. Stolars jumps past Anderson. Going near that goal line, and that's going to be tipped, and that's going to go out. Last touched by Anderson. Corner kick. We're going to have a substitution for St. Louis. Off will come Smelovic, who had that excellent opportunity for a goal, just not able to get it by. On will come Peter Farley. Setting up is Nicholas Taylor. Team in the box on a vertical line. Great crowd out here this evening for this championship game. On the way, and that's going to go clear of everyone, and it's going to roll out of play. Goal kick awarded. As we are 27 minutes into this championship matchup between St. Louis, Scott Gallagher, second pre-academy, and Heat FC. 13 and under, as that is headed high in the sky. Now bumped away. These teams did meet on the second day of competition here back on Wednesday, with St. Louis gained the victory, or excuse me, with Heat gained the victory 2-0. Heat was undefeated in pool play. They had nothing to worry about getting here to this moment. Now they're trying to capitalize it, coming all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. Meanwhile, St. Louis hoping to make that not happen. Vila steps inside and tries to pass to the far side, not able to get there. Owen Hardy clears it over. Now on the boot of Farley. Stepping in front, letting a shot go, and that's going to be easily stopped on the play by Reeves. Reeves getting his first chance of anything else thrown on him, as he has not been challenged yet today by this Heat club. Obviously, there's familiarity between these two teams since they were able to play each other once earlier in the tournament. Good defensive play there by Anderson as that ball rolls out. Just stepped right in front of Stolars. Excuse me, that was actually by Miller, who just stepped in front of Stolars, got his foot in the way, was able to kick that ball out of play for a throw-in. Ball thrown down the sideline. Nice touch there by Farley, but he's dispossessed right away. And that's going to roll out of play. Throw-in for St. Louis. St. Louis scored 8 goals in this championships. Just allowed 2 coming into tonight's matchup. Stolars plays it back to Lee. Steps to his left. Sent it into the box. McAtini comes out and catches that. Good job. As Hardy was trying to make a run and tap that in with his toe and just flick it over McAtini. Ball just outside the circle. Taylor trying to get it Farley, unable to. Ayala. Stolars trying to pass it inside, can't get it there. It's be played back to Lee. Stepping across to the captain, Giroux. At midfield. Turning. Harvatini, he's going to be tackled from behind, and there will be a whistle. Free kick coming here for St. Louis. Quick pass. Moving over is Wagner. Gets the ball in return. Steps in. He's tackled from behind. That one coming from TJ Kiernan. Sun is beginning to set here in Frisco. Still very, very bright out, but there are some shadows coming in from the lights. St. Louis looking to set up this piece. Seeing what they plan. Headed towards the box is Garreau. Ball in. That's going to be headed away. Good job there by Heat FC. And get that ball out, but now it's not out of possession. Now Houle kicks it out towards midfield. Knocked forward. Matthews. Looking for some help as we have a whistle. Ball awarded to Heat. Turning with his Wagner. Wagner trips from behind. Just feet getting tangled. Nothing malicious about any of these tackles. Sometimes that happens when you're running. Obviously, when you're the opposing team, you want to knock that ball away, and sometimes your foot gets in their foot, and you get tangled up, and people tumble to the ground. But luckily, no one's been hurt at all, and nothing's been of ill intent. Turning with it is Harvington. Gets it to Stolars. Stolars twists. Comes around. Lee. Advancing. Taken and trying to put it in space. Chasing after it was Leininger, but Leininger not able to get to it. No matter, as Anderson will have a throw-in. Nice one touch there, but then stolen away. There's just too many St. Louis defenders around. Chasing it down is Hardy. Hardy gets around a man. Hardy trying to go inside, steps back. Now goes back to the middle. Harvington. Slow things back. Step up is Garreau. That up to McAtini off the crossbar. And that one is going to be cleared up, and that is going to go towards the corner where who was going to go? Macatini just saved there by that crossbar, and he's very lucky because two St. Louis offensive players were in the middle of the box, and that ball went so far that it passed them as they were going in towards the goal mouth, and it went up and behind him. Very lucky there. Trying to is Harvington, trying to pass it to the far side. Farley. Crossing. Brought down on the play, poked ahead, and Macatini is going to get to that. Good job there by Wagner. Just a little soft touch. Trying to get it on the mouth of the net and just not able to get it past Macatini. Macatini has made some very, very good saves in this first half. Really got to hand it to him what he's done on that defense side because there's been at least two really, really good chances that St. Louis has had as Hardy turns, passes it up, tries to get there. It's going to be cleared. Nice little toe catch. Stolars. Looking to get around. Anderson tried to go 5-hole. Taking it is Lee. Trying to get into the center. Jumps over the defender. Back to Lewis at midfield. Poked away. Vila. We will have our break here. As coming off are the two teams. Our score 0-0, Heat FC and St. Louis. Scott Gallagher, second pre-academy, going at this championship matchup here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships in Frisco, Texas. We'll be right back.
Today's games are brought to you by AE Engine Media Marketing, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Bullseye CMYK, Cliff Kid, Expanda Brand, Front Rush, Fusionetics, Dick's Sporting Goods. Today's games are also brought to you by Major League Soccer, Nestle Nesquik, Nike, NSCAA, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, U.S. Soccer, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama.
The road starts here. The road paved by pain, sacrifice, and struggle. The road paved by passion and pursuit. The road where dreams come true. On this road, many will fail, and on this road, many dreams will fade. But as for you, what will be your fate? When there are seconds left and you are running on fumes, will you be satisfied with almost? Or will you dig down into the dirt, take one more step and make one more play, knowing that good enough isn't good enough, and all the blood, sweat, and tears have brought you to this moment, the moment where pain turns to greatness. On this road, nothing is given, everything is taken. On this road, winners will rise to the top, heroes will be made, and on this road, champions will be crowned.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups, that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Soccer National Championships. I'm Josh Toll, and we got a tie game here in these final 35 minutes that are upcoming here in this national championship matchup between St. Louis Scott Gallagher's second pre-academy and Heat FC out of Las Vegas. It's been a tough one, but really you got to hand it to Macatini, who has made some excellent saves in net for Heat FC. If it really wasn't for the two big saves that Xavion had, it could be a 2-0 game here, but he has had an excellent game in net. Heat in the blue with the orange numbers. Meanwhile, St. Louis in yellow with green numbers, blue shorts. As the sun begins to set, as it gets darker, the lights are coming on here at Toyota Soccer Center, just right outside Toyota Stadium, where FC Dallas is currently playing their professional matchup between them and Vancouver for Major League Soccer. As we just wait the whistle, as we are about to be underway here in Frisco, just about 45 minutes outside of Dallas. Just holding on. The wind is blowing right to left. St. Louis will be going left to right the second half. If the game, for whatever reason, should go to extra time, it'll be 10-minute halves. 10-minute halves. And then if it's not decided by then, it will go to kicks. You kind of look at these two teams. They faced another during this tournament already back on Wednesday, where Heat FC got the victory 2-0. For the most part, you look at what the St. Louis team has been able to do. They have enjoyed possession a majority of the game. There hasn't been much threat coming from Heat FC. So Heat FC hoping to get some more action in their offensive zone rather than playing defense like they have for the majority of that first half. As that ball works its way down the far side. Play it in. Stolars. That might be the first stop there for Macatini this half. Ball kicked up, goes over the head. Lee heads it back in the other direction. Trying to kick that was Lewis. Slide, move it up to push that up was Matthews. Now ball coming near side, and that's taken by Garreau. Sends it down in pursuit. Nice play there by Houle. As that ball bounces in the middle, then cleared by Miller. Off the chest of Garreau. Houle. Into that far near corner. Poked away. That's going to be deflected, but goes right to Houle. Houle clears it, but it goes right to Lewis's right foot as he sends that in and across. Nice play down by the chest. Ball moved over to Lee. Lee jumps over a man. Lee trying to get by two other guys. Just battling the box. Has to be kicked up. And now it's going to be brought back in the box. Shot on the way. That deflected. Shot again. A nice save by Macatini. Macatini doing an excellent job. St. Louis wanted a handball, but none awarded to them. Macatini has been very much challenged in this game today, and he has come up big for his Heat FC club. Lee moves it forward with the left foot. Inside. Shot. And that's going to go on the left-hand side of Macatini for the first goal of the game. Getting on the board there for St. Louis. St. Louis getting the first goal, and even the goaltender is going to come out, William Reeves, and celebrate on that one. Just a great goal there. Macatini finally let one by. He's had so many chances where he's been able to stop the goal, just not able to get that one as it went to the left side and in for the score. Getting that is Owen Hardy, who leads this team in goals, as he now has 4 goals, and he just works his way to the box, goes right, and then he has an opportunity on the left side of Macatini, and he goes right there, and he gets it by for that first goal, and the most important goal so far, as it has been a good battle back and forth, but Owen Hardy getting his 4th goal coming in this championship game here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships in Frisco, Texas, a goal he'll no doubtly unlikely remember for the rest of his life. St. Louis up 1-0. Now the question is, can they hold on, or can Heat FC present some pressure? And talking to head coach Kevin Thibodeau before the game, he said it was all about possession. They're oriented. They like to attack. And if they can possess the ball for 80% of the time, that's a lot of time in a game. That just means total domination. And really right now, they are definitely near that number, as Heat has been very unable to create anything on offense. But as this game goes, we're going to see more pressure put on by Heat FC, and maybe they can make a couple runs and give themselves some opportunities to get themselves in this game and tie it up, as that ball is kicked out of play for a throw-in. That's the 10th goal of this tournament for St. Louis. Ball knocked forward. Giroux in chase, not able to get there. Coming on the side, excellent opportunity here. Shot on the way, that's gonna go up and it's gonna be stopped. Good chance there by Ryder Cook. He's just not able to get it to the outstretching Reeves, but Cook with a great chance there for Heat FC, as he had a breakaway. Try to poke it under the left side of Reeves, just not able to get it by him. We'll see if that gives them any momentum. He's going after the ball is Rolando. On top of him is Houle. Houle bumps off Rolando. Ball comes into Hardy's foot. Hardy knocks it forward. Turning with it. Trying to get out of harm's way is Heat. Matthews steps back. Looking for some help. He's going to go far side, try and get to Lee. Vila try and get there first, and we'll have a whistle, and the ball will be awarded to Heat FC. Look at the difference between these teams. St. Louis has been together for years, ever since they were 8 years old. Just little young bucks. Meanwhile, Heat FC has been together just a year playing together, but already in this year they've won state and regionals. That's how they got here to this point, and then winning the 3 games in tournament play. Twisting with it is Romero Jakubik. Jakubik gets it right back. Has to be stolen by Wagner. Sending over Rolando. Played up and out for the throw-in. As Houle runs on the other field to get that ball for the throw-in. Our score is 1-0. St. Louis leads on an Owen Hardy goal. One great opportunity here in the second half for Ryder Cook and Heat FC, just not able to get the ball by William Reeves. See if this will be another chance. Shot on the way, and Reeves sees that one all the way in. Good chance there by Mikey Vila. Vila upset with himself, just hit that right at Reeves. But now you're seeing this Heat FC team gain some more confidence as they're able to finally put some pressure on this defensive side for St. Louis. Ball on the far sideline. Try and go between Anderson, not able to get through him. Anderson doing a good job of stopping Joaquin. Joaquin takes the ball. Goes center. That's going to be shot on, stopped by Macatini. One of those ones where I think one more pass and the St. Louis team would have had a much better shot attempt. That one possibly coming from Rolando if they were able to get it over to him on a pass, but they shot instead, and Macatini, of course, made another save. Jakubik trying to get up to Vila. Vila not able to get there. Reeves comes out, plays the ball. Reeves slowing things down, looking where he wants to kick the ball. Over the head of Hardy. Sent back the other direction. Off the boot, good first touch there. Trying to get to Cook. Cook gets it. Cook makes a move, and then he shoots from distance, and that is going to go wide. Just a floater there. Trying to go top right corner. And that one sails out of play. As we will have another substitute coming on for Heat FC. On will come Christian Garza. Off is Ryan Leininger. Also on will be Jackson Finley. Coming off is Colin Anderson. Did an excellent job at that right back position. Giroux. Off the foot. Sent backwards by Romero Jakubik. Lewis. Twist, turns. Avoids Vila. Near side, Matthews. Matthews looking down the line. And then he's going to play that one with too much strength as it rolls out of play for a throw-in. Huel. Trying to get that one to Cook, unable to, but he'll have another throw-in. See if he tries to work that sideline again. Trying to go to Vila, that chested down by Wagner. Going to the ground on that. Smelovich. Kick coming for St. Louis. Giroux to take it. Giroux did get a goal in that last game that he played against TSC Hurricane. And a 3-1 victory. Played to the far side. Headed up. And that is going to go towards the back line, that goal line, but keeping it in. Now moving it away is Finley. Ball tossed in. We were 0-0 going into the half, and here early in the second half, we have one goal that coming from Owen Hardy. He has 4 goals on this championship. The only goal he did not score was back in Game 3 in that 3-1 victory. Otherwise, he's had a mark in every game. Headed away. Comes back to the corner, stepping inside, in the box. Working it, pop up. As we headed out, good defensive stop there by Heat FC. Giroux, the captain, sends it near side. Huel. That is touched. Last by Rolando. Romero Jakubik loses that one for a goal kick. Ball up and out at midfield, headed down by Stolars. Try and get there is Hardy. Hardy, try and gain position on Miller. Now try and get by Finley, and we will have a corner kick coming for St. Louis. As they look to set up. Heat FC will have a defender on that front post. No one at the moment on the back post. And the corner kick on the way in the box. That's headed up in the air. No one home for St. Louis. Now it trickles back, and that's going to go just right of the net. No threat on that shot. As we will have more substitutions coming on for Heat FC. On will come Leininger. I believe Beavers is coming off. Also coming on will be Nicholas Lazarski. Lazarski sprints onto the field. And our next whistle, we will have a substitution coming for St. Louis. As Houle touches the ball. Sends it down the near side. Headed away, but right to Vila. Vila almost dispossessed on that, but sent forward. Off the knee. Now back. Matthews on the right side. That taken away. Chasing after is Cook. Plays that into the center. Spinning on top of the ball is DJ Kiernan. Trying to flip that side in the box. And that's going to be cleared up and out. Good job by Giroux getting over there to clear that one away as we will have those two substitutions come on. On will come number 9, Nicholas Taylor. Off goes Anthony Rolando. Off comes Stolars, who played excellent for this St. Louis team. On Harvatan. So we have a throw-in coming. As we are in the 51st minute here in this championship game. Both these teams looking to be crowned for the first time. Looking to make a name in their record books. Something that'll be found forever if they're able to. As you can get information anywhere on the internet. But what a meaning that means to a team too. When they're just trying to recruit kids, or for these kids going up. They're going to be recognized as champions for the rest of their time with their clubs and their lives after this. Ball flipped ahead. With a win, I mean, both teams being here, I'm sure the confidence has grown in these teams. But with a win, it's going to send them through the roof with excitement. Ball played out of the back row. Trying to get there is Hardy. Up, that's going to fall at the leg of Taylor with a good touch. Houle pushing up from the defense. Head away by Giroux, and that is going to roll out for the throw-in. Houle. Looking down the sideline, goes deep, no one there. That's going to be headed, and it's going to be kept in play. Nice little slide there by Taylor. Houle working his way around as Harvatan, but Houle called for a push. Coming up to take the kick will be Peyton Matthews. Maybe Giroux is going to take it instead. So he's telling Taylor to go further, and he does send it to Taylor down that right side. Taylor heads it in. Trying to get it on, and that is going to be cleared up. Off the gut. Good job there by Lee, controlling it. To Taylor, making a run near the corner. Angles wide. Trying to get in position to make a cross. Goes inside, now that's taken away. Making a move up is Matthews as he tries to cross it. Ball loose in front, and that's going to be cleared away. Heat to Vila. Vila playing it back. He's going to get the pass back, but just a little too far for him as he finds Wyatt Lewis's foot. Vila trying to cut in, and good defensive play there by Lewis of not allowing Vila to go through the legs and make move. If he gets around Lewis, it's all Vila, and then it's just one-on-one with him and Reeves. Coming on will be Marshall. Off steps Cook. Ito Marshall trying to get on. First time today. Bright orange shoes, matches his number on his back of his jersey. That goes to midfield. Trying to get there is Miller, and he plays it out. St. Louis in the yellow with blue shorts. Meanwhile, Heat FC in all blue. Cool. Nice, good first touch. Quality pass, but then lost. Chasing it down is Marshall, who just came on for the first time. Giroux. Trying to move it down to Taylor. Harviton. Off the back of Harviton. Comes back. Passing it down is Wagner. On the move is Taylor. Taylor on that goal line. Tries to cross it. That's be up, and that just goes wide to the right. Hardy with another excellent opportunity for a goal. He's got the only goal of this game. As coming on for St. Louis will be Evan Hill, and checking off will be Smelvich. Also coming on, we will have a substitution here in a second. Coming on will be Stolars back into the game. Also stepping in is Ayala. Trying to wait to get the right man to come off. Coming to the near side, coming to the scores box, was Ryan Leininger. But he is not the man coming off. He will stay on. As the lights are fully on here at Toyota Soccer Center. Ball kicked up. Giroux stepping up. Trying to get that into the near corner to Taylor. Taylor looking to chase it down, unable to retrieve that ball. Going to pick it up will be Houle. That is played out. Another throw-in opportunity. Headed by Lewis. That one goes off the back. Now, played on the near side, trying to keep that in on touch, but unable to is Heat FC. Throwing for St. Louis. One headed away, now moved to the middle-ish. Trying to get it over there. Now it does reach its way. Tripped up from behind. We'll have a whistle. As we have a player down. For Heat FC was a player that was trying to trip up. As he is in pain there on the ground. As head coach Assad Marina will go to take a look at the injured player. As we are nearing the 60th minute, just a couple minutes away, as we have a trainer run out on the field. St. Louis will go to the sideline, get some much needed water. Actually a beautiful night here in Frisco, Texas as the wind begins to die down. Just a nice steady breeze. Looks like there will be no trophies on the field tonight, but there is a trophy center behind in Soccer Center. They got a huge tent up there and basically a walkway for the kids to walk down where they can receive their medals and trophies. So it'll be fun to just see what happens here in this game and who gets to celebrate, who's going to hoist it up. Currently, St. Louis leads on a goal from Owen Hardy, but there's still plenty of time for Heat FC to get back in this. Heat FC, they just need to do a better job game possession because it's really been St. Louis controlling the ball, just moving the ball around. And Heat FC hasn't had an opportunity to set up any plays or get any momentum really going their way. They've had 2 chances on net, but both those stopped by Reeves. Macatini for Heat FC has been excellent in net today, just allowing the 1 goal. But I mean, he has been diving all over the place. Definitely going to be some grass stains on his jersey tonight. Neither one of these teams have won the national championship for their clubs. Neither have their clubs. Looking to be the first, that would be something else. I should say the last time St. Louis did it was back in 2004, so that's 13 years ago. As jogging on the field is Romero Jakovic. So Jakovic comes out, or on. And the tackle, we'll have a free kick. As they set up a wall, 4 players in it. That's going to go in front, try to get a quick pass back, but Houle does an excellent job stepping in front. Now an excellent chance to go the other way is Kiernan. Kiernan on the far side. Vila in the middle. Trying to go to Vila, but good job stepping up there was Lee. That's going to go up and off the shoulder. Pushing forward is Lewis. Chested down. Cool, steps in. Trying to advance it. That's going to go all the way back to Macatini, who's going to come out. He's going to kick that down into the direction of Romero Jakovic. Wagner. Just some quick passes by St. Louis. So that one pops off and goes off the back of a head. Kicking it up in the air is Leininger. Sent down the far sideline. Vila trying to get there. Vila trying to outrun Giroux. Giroux doing a good job using his body and not allow Vila to get around him. As we have a throw-in coming. Now Heat looking to press up as we get closer to the end of this finals match between St. Louis and Heat FC. The throw-in. Heat FC gets it back. Falling to the ground. Played off, deflected. Stepping up is Romero Jakovic. As he uses his arms to get around the defender of St. Louis, and a whistle is blown. Houle trying to kick that one over. Now Houle's going to have to go and try to chase that down. Coming up on it is Matthews. Trying to advance it forward. Taken by Houle. Good job stepping up into the play is Wagner. Opportunity in the box. It's going to come far side. St. Louis is going to stop. Dribble around. Now it comes out, and that's going to be at the far side. Put in the middle. Romero Jakovic on his foot. We have a whistle. Ball awarded to St. Louis. So St. Louis for a set piece. St. Louis looking to line up, maybe get one more goal here before the end of this one is coming on. For St. Louis will be Owen Hardy. Off will come Evan Hill. As we await. So we're about 5 minutes out from this matchup possibly ending. As Owen Hardy returns to the pitch. Has a lone goal. That coming early in the second half. As he was able to get one past the diving Macatini. Up, headed, and that goes on top of the net and out. Great, great chance there. And we will have, see what is going to be the call, where they replace it. Are we just going to have more subs come on? Yes, we are going to have more subs for Heat FC. Coming on will be Jackson Finley. Also coming on will be Andrew Laszlo. There's going to be a third coming out. That will be number 3, Ryder Cook, making his way on the field. Looking to get some runners out there, some scorers out there to possibly get this game to go into extra time. Macatini with the goal kick. Headed back. Played up, but not away from harm. Getting a shot on there, and nice little bouncer, but stopped once again by Macatini. Macatini trying to send that down to Kieran. Played across. Onto the foot. Miller advances it. Now taken away, spitting with his Lewis. St. Louis very good when they are under duress. Just have a lot of pressure. They do not fold under it. As looking to take it to the corner, just kill off a little more time is Taylor. Just try and trap that ball, keep it away from Heat FC. As that goes out, now Heat will be awarded the ball. Heat has to make a go here. They need to get something in the offensive end. As we will have another sub come on for St. Louis. Off comes Ryan Meester. On comes Smelovich. As Heat FC looks to play the ball. As we boot it down the sideline, and that's up. Will be kept in. Trying to make a move, trying to move up, trying to get aggressive. Giroux heads that out of play. Now, from the far touchline, the throw-in. Anderson kicked in the box, and Reeves comes out and makes the easy catch. Reeves gonna slow things up. Wants his back line to move up away from him as he releases the kick. And that goes high in the air, but not too far, as we're gonna get a push from behind on Smelovich, who just came back on the field. We'll have another substitution. This one again for St. Louis. Coming on is Joaquin. Off will come Taylor, as Taylor makes a long trek across the field. Heat FC looking to get something in on the box as they set up a line horizontal on the top of the box. And the kick. In, can someone head it on? No, it's going to be headed away by Giroux, who just used his height to his advantage. That kick to the far side. Try and get his Anderson. Anderson's it near the box. No, not going to be able to reach it. Hardy just kicks it to space. Retrieving his Riley. Riley stops and turns to his left. Up to midfield. Trying to make a run. is Joaquin. Joaquin plays it, but last touch by Heat FC, so a throw-in coming. As we near the end of this game, Heat FC has to get a stop here, and they have to turn around and go the other direction right away if they want a chance to even the score up at 1. Right now, our 1 goal coming from Owen Hardy. As we're going to have a whistle, ball going to FC. Heat looking in control. We will have, it looks like maybe the final substitution of the game. Off will come Anthony Rolando. And coming on to the grass will be Nicholas Taylor. Ball kicked, headed on, but Giroux right there. Hardy unable to head that one. Trying to get there is Leininger. Vila trying to position himself. Ball bouncing around him and Lee. Vila traps it. Now he squeezes through his 2 defenders somehow. Still controlling with 3 guys on him. Trying to push it back to Anderson. Hardy goes to the ground, and we'll have a whistle, and that goes to Heat. That will go to St. Louis on the whistle. Walking here is Wyatt Lewis as we have 3 minutes of extended time. 3 minutes of injury time. That might be enough for Heat FC to get back in this one. They just need 1 goal. 1 goal will tie it and send it to extra time. But they are going to have to get this one back right away. And then they got to turn around and go as fast as they can down the other side, as that's being kicked in the corner and just delaying and trying to waste time. Knocked out. Last touch by St. Louis, though. Trying to go down the sideline. That's taken away by St. Louis. These 2 teams met earlier in this championship on Wednesday, where Heat FC got the win 2-0. Goals in that game coming from Michael Vila as well as Ryan Leininger. As making a run is St. Louis into the box. Now to the far side in the corner. Again, just killing time back into the box. Giroux coming up from that back line as that ball goes out of play. And that will go to the top of the box. On. It'll come Ryan Harvington. Off is Smelovich. We might have 1 final substitution if he can get on. Cool. Looking to go down the sideline. He does. Giroux plays it to the sideline. That's going to go out for a throw-in. Looking for someone to pass to. Coming deep down the sideline. Going after it is Cook, trying to pop that one up. And there goes Reeves, and he plays that. He was looking to try to pop that one into the box and maybe get a header from Vila. Or just someone attacking for FC. Taking it down is Wagner. Wagner, near side, Taylor. Taylor trying to get around Houle. Houle looking to cut off the angle. Coming out is Mokhti. Mokhti with another great save as he came out to the far side, or the far end of the box to make that save. And now he throws the ball out to Ramon Jakovic. He's going to let that go to Cook. Cook trying to turn and run, not able to. Played back. Taylor just kicks it to the far corner again, looking to kill time as that rolls out. And that will do it for us here in this championship game at the USU Soccer National Championship. St. Louis, the victor, getting the win 1-0 off an Owen Hardy goal. And you can see them celebrating, taking this in, having a great time as they were able to get the victory here. Their first victory for the club since 2004, the year that many of these kids were born, all the way back in 2004, 13 years ago. And you just look at how they got here. They were their state champions. They also were their regional champions. And then, in this tournament alone, St. Louis Scott Gallagher, second pre-academy, and head coach Kevin Thibodeau were able to get a win in the first game 4-1 against Real JFC. They also won the third game 3-1 TSC Hurricane. And in the second game, they lost that one to this Heat team 2-0. And they're able to come back and get revenge and get the all-important game winner early in the second half from Owen Hardy, and they will be able to hoist that USYS Soccer Cup above their head and claim victory as national champions here in Frisco, Texas, a moment they will never forget in their lifetime, as it was a long, hard road to get here to Frisco, Texas, and they were able to pull off a victory as they shake the hands of Heat FC. You got to hand it Heat FC a great game played by them, especially their goaltender, Xavier Macatini, who was excellent in net. Just let that one get by on the left side. Otherwise, he was spectacular in there, making dives, punching balls out. Just not enough. As you see already, hats and shirts given to the St. Louis team as they run on to the middle of the field. Go to their fans, friends, family, everyone coming out on the field, kids sliding on the ground. Just a great moment to see. And for Heat FC, they walk over to their side where their fans and family are, getting a nice round of applause. As a long, hard-fought year for them as well. Again, this season, usually their season stops in June, but because of regionals, it went all the way through June and then into July because of this national tournament. And here, again, definitely a sour moment for them. They would have liked it to have gone the other way, but still something they can take pride in, how hard they worked. This team has just been together for 1 year, so imagine what they can do when they get years and years as they work their way through junior high and high school together to possibly come back and play in this national championship again. Then on the other side, for St. Louis, they have been together since they were 8 years old. That's right, 8 years old. So they've been playing together. They know each other. They know how each other work, how they run. They picked up players here and there. But for the most part, it's been the same group of kids. And when I was talking to the coaches before, what was the key? They said they like to possess the ball. They like to try to have it for about 80% of the time. And I bet you if you look at the game notes, they had it for at least around there, if not at lowest price, 75%. And that was really the key to victory, is the Heat just didn't get many opportunities to come out and attack. And because of that, St. Louis was able to take advantage. They had numerous shots on Macatini. Macatini, again, making brilliant saves. But just that one was enough for St. Louis as they celebrate. They're in the middle of this field. And again, they will be awarded the USYS Soccer Trophy. And they will go home to St. Louis, Missouri, champions here at USYS Soccer National Championship. It's been a great time, and they get the first victory of the evening. There will be more finals tomorrow. But St. Louis getting their first victory, 1-0 on a goal from Owen Hardy, something to be excited about as they will go back and celebrate, I'm sure. And once until school starts, they will live this one out as long as they can. I'm Josh Toll. Thank you for watching this USYS Soccer National Championship on Turbo. We'll see you tomorrow.